Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday and welcome back again. It is Candle Review Sunday here on the old MrKongsMom channel. These are the last of the holiday candles that I was trying to get out reviews for. Well, they're not the last. I still have a couple more, but we're gonna save those for next year. But if you missed my earlier video, I reviewed the Scentworks Toasted Pumpkin S'mores. If you missed that, I will link it in the description box down below. I will also put a link to this candle here. In this video, we are talking about the Kringle 2-wick soy formula in the fragrance Snowy Bridge. I also have one more candle review coming up after this one. That'll be up in a couple of hours. And that one will be of Homeworks Christmas Cupcake. So stay tuned for that. But let us now dive into the Snowy Bridge. First off, the label on this one, I think is in my definitely like top 3 favorite labels of the Kringle holiday candles that I reviewed this year. I picked up this particular candle when Kringle was offering a 50% off sale the week of, I think it was Thanksgiving. It was like their Black Friday special. But I picked it up on a little bit of a whim because I wasn't originally planning on getting this one, but at 50% off, I thought, yes, let's get it. I'm so glad that I did because I really, really enjoy the scent, the fragrance. The performance has been really good, but we'll talk about that. But this label has just continued to grow on me as like probably one of my favorite labels. I am a sucker for packaging. I will never downplay that. I think that packaging makes a difference. The quality of the product contained within the packaging is extremely important then, and that's obviously the most important part. But this label here, I just love it. Yeah. This and I think Cozy Christmas are my top 2 labels from the Kringle holiday candles. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite labels were from the holiday candles this year. I just think they do a beautiful job with a lot of these images. So yeah, this one is obviously of a snow-covered bridge. It just looks very European to me for some reason. I have no idea where this bridge is. It could be somewhere in New England or, I don't know, some other country, but it looks very wintry. It looks very holiday, despite not having like a Christmas tree or Christmas lights or anything like that. It just gives me all the holiday vibes and I freaking love it. But let's get into the meat of this candle, if you will, which is what does she smell like? What's the performance? Will I repurchase? Would I recommend? Yada, yada, yada. By the way, a lot of these holiday candles are currently on clearance at Kringle. So if you are not a seasonal burner, well, I don't know. This is going up on Sunday. And hopefully the sale's still going on. I'm going to assume that it will be going on into the new year. I'm filming this on Thursday. So hopefully the sale's still happening. The large jar is not on sale. However, if you are interested, they do have the Daylight in this particular fragrance, the soy blend, so the 3-wick, and then the wax melts. The large jar, not on sale, like I said, but the medium jar is on sale for $15.30. So I am tempted to pick up some backups, but I'm resisting only because I don't want to have to store holiday candles until next year. I'm a very seasonal burner. And 2, at this point, I'm kind of past purchasing holiday scents. I am ready for what's new to come from Kringle, from Homeworks, from Bath and Body Works, from all the companies that I am a regular purchaser from. Words. Yeah, I know. Not my strong suit today. I feel like you guys know what I'm trying to get across here. But yeah, if you're interested, there's some sales. Check them out. I'll put a link down below. I don't know if you can combine my discount code along with the sale price, but you can try it. I'll put that information down below. It is an affiliate code, so don't use that if you're not comfortable with it. Okay, so 2-wick soy formula. No issues with quality of burn here. This has not been sooty. This has not been messy in any kind of way. There is some residue that hangs on the side of the jar, but overall, she has been performing like I've really been become accustomed to when it comes to this soy formula from Kringle. It really is hands down right now my favorite formula. I think the soy blend is nice, the 3 wicks. I think those are nice. And the paraffin is okay. I'm just not a fan of paraffin wax anymore. So that country candles are not really the candles that I am interested most in from Kringle. It is this formula right here, and it is because of the quality of the burn. These typically, with the exception of my juniper and laurel, have not been sooty. They have such a clean burn. The strength and throw seems to be very consistent. Some fragrances are definitely lighter than others, but for the most part, I have seen a lot of consistency, which is what I look for when I am choosing to make my purchases. So the fragrance description here, let's get into that. So there's the scent description, and then I'll read you guys the notes. So enjoy a bright citron with frosted balsam fir and a glitter of crisp juniper. The juniper kind of threw me off, just like it did initially with the juniper and laurel, because I mentioned in that video that I don't really love the smell of juniper. Craig does, loves it. We do get quite a bit of juniper that grows in Eastern Oregon here, and he loves the smell of that stuff. But I don't get a ton of juniper from this, so that's good for me. Winter jasmine with tinseled spruce against twilight skies with a warm blend of vanilla and patchouli. Hear me out. The patchouli is not insane here. This is not dirty hippie patchouli. There is like a touch of it in here, and it adds a slight earthiness, but this is not like going to, I don't know, like Woodstock. I'm not old enough to have been to Woodstock, but I'm assuming there may have been some patchouli there. So yeah, anyway, don't let that patchouli scare you off. Let's talk about the top notes. Bright citron, frosted fir, and juniper glitter. Mid notes are midnight skies. Not sure what a midnight sky smells like, but I'm sure it smells delightful. Jasmine and silver spruce, and your base is vanilla, crystal, and patchouli kiss. So what do I get from this? I get a beautiful kind of background smoky vibe, like a ember type vibe, if that makes sense. I get a really nice fir. The juniper, I think, is there. It is not the predominant note at all. I get more of that frosted fir. In terms of citron, I don't get much in the way of citrus from this, at least not to my nose. I'm not picking it up at all. I don't get much of that jasmine. I do, again, get like a spruce. This does have those holiday tree notes, which I love, which is why I think I love this scent to begin with. There is kind of a nice undertone of vanilla, and there is that little bit of patchouli, which adds some of that earthiness as well. I'm not sure where that like ember or like smoky woods type note comes from. Maybe that is from the midnight skies. The patchouli, to me, the patchouli note is different from that like burnt ember type note. So, but that's really what I get from this. It's just a really nice, cozy, warm holiday tree type scent. If you are not a fan of the earthier fragrances, this might not be for you. This is one of the scents that I would say pick up one of the daylights or pick up the wax melts and smell that first. Here would be my recommendation. Get the daylights from all of the holiday scents that they have this year. Give yourself a chance to sniff through those, light them up, see what they smell like when they're burning. So that way you know for next holiday season, kind of make yourself a little bit of a list of like the scents that really appeal to you, and then you can purchase the full sizes at that point, especially if you don't want to store these holiday scents over the next, 10, 11 months, if you're a seasonal burner like me. I think that would be a great way just to kind of get a good baseline of the holiday scents from Kringle. I believe, now I'm still rather new to Kringle this go around, so I believe most of these scents probably do come back on a yearly basis. I think there are also new additions, and I'm sure there are things that get retired. So, I'm not quite sure what exactly is planning on being brought back for next year, but I would imagine that the vast majority of the holiday scents from this year do come back. But also, I'm not 100% on that, so just keep that in mind. The strength of this one has been wonderful, you guys. This is a solid 7 in terms of strength. The throw it's a little bit lighter on throw. It could be location. I've mostly had this in the Fancy Lady living room across the way here. Throw in there is more of like a 6. I can certainly smell it in the entryway. I can smell it in the dining room over here. And I can kind of smell it like traveling into the family room, but this does not fill the downstairs of my house at all. So I think it's kind of perfect though, because it layers really nicely with a lot of the other holiday scents that I have had going. But yeah, you guys, this is definitely going to be in my top 5 of Kringle this year. I really think that the particular scent of this and the performance it's a good fit for my house. So I see myself repurchasing this next year if it comes back. And with the amazing sales that Kringle has on a regular basis, I feel like I don't ever have to purchase these at full price. The 50% off sales happened at least a couple times this holiday season, and those were some great deals. I know that I picked up a number of candles in my last haul that I did, which was, they were doing another like 50% off. I picked up some candles to be able to start burning during the new year here. So I've got some new stuff from Kringle as well. But yeah, the sales were definitely plentiful. And with a lot of these sales, you can also combine the different affiliate codes as well, which, is awesome. So, but overall, 2 thumbs up for Snowy Bridge. This is one that will be a part of my permanent holiday collection as long as Kringle decides to put it out, because it just has been really, really enjoyable. And it is something a little bit different for me. I don't typically like these slightly smokier scents, but I think Kringle approaches them in a way that is not too heavy or too smoky smelling. One of my gripes with a lot of the Homeworks candles that have like the Winter Fireside, those types of scents, they're just too smoky for me. Like, there's not enough emphasis on anything else. It's just smoky. And that just reminds me of growing up in a house where we had to have a couple of wood burning fireplaces because the central heat was really not a thing. So, and I never really liked that smell growing up. I just didn't like that smoky smell. I remember my clothes always smelling that way when I went to school, and yeah, I just wasn't a fan of that. But when it's done where it's blended with other fragrances, especially the tree notes, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So anyway, 2 thumbs up here. I think that's all that I need to say about this one. Let me know your thoughts on Snowy Bridge in the comments down below, and stay tuned for the last review, which will be up in a few hours. Take care. Toodaloo.